My name is Frank Lewis. Officially on my passport, it's Franklin, L-I-N, Colby, middle name, Lewis, L-E-W-I-S. I have a place on the beach in Naples, Florida, and I have a farm in Williamstown, Massachusetts, USA. I will be 80 years old on January 20th. I was born January 20th, 1940. So in December of 2011, I was diagnosed with stage 4 of prostate cancer that had metastasized throughout the axial skeleton with various tumor masses and rib here and there throughout the body. And the oncologist or the radiologist said that in December of 11 that he would expect to see me within weeks or a couple of months for pain. He could not help with cure, but could deaden pain for me. The oncologist said that based on the aggressiveness of the disease, and also given that at that time, I was younger, I'm now almost 80, so in doing the math quickly, which I can't do quickly, so in 2011 I was younger. So, but he said you would have maybe 3 years. And he said the cancer would figure out its way around the testosterone deprivation theory or treatment that they recommended, and then they had a treatment that would extend life for $96,000, average of 3 months, and that did not sound appealing to me because all the side effects of not having testosterone in your system, not pleasant, and then you have, after that, you face 3 months of possible life for $96,000. So that was a little disappointing, but I did begin the treatments as they recommended in January of 2012. I underwent a 4-month period of that treatment, the chemical castration treatment, and then I heard it was controversial. I went to see a doctor in Boston who was a Harvard professor who traced the research back. It seemed to be a little iffy to him and to others. And so then I started seeking outside treatments. I found a clinic in Spain, and I also applied to Paracelsus. So in July of 2012, I arrived at Paracelsus Clinic in Rutzmüller, I can't pronounce it, but it's in Switzerland, near Teufen. It's about 50 miles northeast of Zurich. Beautiful train ride from the airport. So I stayed at the Santos Hotel, magnificent place. Irene and Christian Gruller, just marvelous. They make excellent food according to Dr. Rao, the Paracelsus standard, and guest services are premier. They take very good care of everyone. I've been there many times. I'm in now the 3rd week of the current stay, which is the 29th week of my experience since 2012. So my treatment here began with Dr. Rao, and he had an assistant protege at that time, Dr. Felix Bethke, and both outstanding doctors. I can't say enough about Dr. Rao, his dedication, his work ethic, his broad range of knowledge, and the raving fans that he has around the world. This has been a court of last resort for many people. I know people that came here with rheumatoid arthritis, wheelchair bound, and they came for treatment, they came back for treatment, and they became hikers, and they came back for tune-ups, and I met many people from the Middle East, from Europe, around the world, wonderful people that had some extreme conditions that other people couldn't figure out. So here, the first step seems to be to test you for heavy metals and to start detoxifying you, and then to upbuild your digestive system and your immune system, and then throwing whatever they can at the malady that you have. In my case, I received what is called the Franken Hauser shot. And that means they inject some material into the ganglia. In my case, it was the prostate bed. So the needle would go over the pubic bone and zoop down. Now, I signed up for a 3-week stay, and after 2 weeks, the PSA markers started to decline. And so I stayed for the 3rd week and thought, well, that's not quite enough. So I went to Italy for a while, came back for 2 weeks. And by January, when I returned in 2013, I had several visits. First was a 3-week visit. And by January of 2013, my PSA was 0.3, which was a remarkable change for me given my condition. So that made me once again, a raving fan of Dr. Rao and the enterprise. The people here are efficient, friendly, courteous, and very approachable. The facility is magnificent. They have a wonderful dental clinic. I have dentist friends in the US. A dental surgeon says that he envies the equipment and the methodologies that he finds in Switzerland. And I can understand why. My experience at Paracelsus has been quite revelatory. I've always been a very high energy person. Also, I always perceive myself as very calm. I do yoga, I've taught yoga, meditation, but I found out here that my parasympathetic nervous system was on red alert almost constantly, and that belied the calm. And so that was inconsistent with how I was living my life. Staying up late, having a lot of experiences, full of high energy, thinking this is just wonderful, yet the body was saying, alarm, 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 alarm. So they have various diagnostic techniques to understand how revved you are compared to how revved you should be. I was overly revved and did not know it. So for me, the idea is to consciously realize that that is the case and that I need to take extra effort to relax and consciously more, and not assume that because I have the energy and things are all wonderful that I really need to take extra effort to bring that parasympathetic activity down. So that was very, very, it gave me great insight that I was running past my station, and that wasn't good for me long term. So I'm a big believer in long term. I love it here. I want to stay as long as I possibly can, enjoy as much as I can, contribute as much as I can. So in order to do that, I am very grateful to the people that figured out how to measure your systems and discern how you need to adapt your lifestyle and your consciousness to your actual physiological condition. Nutrition, building the immune system, building the microbiome, the digestive tract, very, very important to help you feel better, function better, and combat whatever's going on with you. This is an approach that is a little more holistic than you find with the Gatling gun approach of drugs and chemotherapy. And that has its place perhaps, but this I believe is more robust and more contributive to overall well-being, to build your body, to maximize its potential to deal with whatever it has to deal with, emotionally, physiologically. This is a place to be. Thank you. In this beautiful environment, this beautiful village atmosphere where the outdoors is very compelling, they have walking trails and the people are very gracious and accepting. The standards are very high for the quality of life, the quality of the environment. You can take a walk in a village and drink out of a standing water fountain. It's just a wonderful place to come, and the air is beautiful, and it's a very unique place to be, and it's a wonderful place to heal and get well and meet some remarkable people from around the world that are resourceful people. And I heard the term medical tourism. Who would have thought of that? You have to be alert if you have some, particularly an extreme condition, or any condition, but an extreme condition, you have to look for the right people in the right place. And in my estimation, this is the right place with the right people. And I'm very grateful that I was fortunate enough to be referred here. So I would gleefully refer anybody here, and I'd be love to talk with anyone who's interested in because I'm very excited to support people in their healing that have, say, a little puzzled about what steps to do to get well. So my telephone number is 239-450-2659. And my email is pretty simple. It's Frank, like my first name, Frank, at F as in Frank, C as in cat, LEWIS.com. That's all my website also, fclewis.com. You can look at there for my history, or any U.S. post office will have a picture of me, so you can check me out in it that way.